Hello. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Yanachka. Hello, Satan 2 and user 8127. Good to see you. Hello. Hello, Hakeem. Hello, Aparts. Oh, hello, Yanachka. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? What's that? Akuyeru from France. Welcome, welcome. Oh, good, Yanachka. I'm happy that you're doing well. Hello, Vladimir from Moldova. Nice to meet you. I'm feeling well today. I'm feeling good today, Satan. How about yourself? Good evening, Edwig. Good to see you. Erie, hello. Hello, Hakeem, hello. Hello, Optis. Good to see you. Hello, William. Hello, Alexander. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it. La, I-20 from Saudi Arabia. Welcome, welcome. And Erie from Republic of Moldova. Nice to meet you. Let's see, where am I from? I'm from the USA. I live in America. Omar from Algeria. Welcome. Akuyeru, yes, we're going to go over a lesson we did yesterday. We're going to review. Today we'll be talking again about can you describe it? Maybe we have some new people today, and this can be a review if you were with us yesterday when we went over this. Danielle from Poland, welcome, welcome. We'll talk about how can you describe things, and maybe you have more ideas if you were with us yesterday. Oh, Dave from Somalia, thank you, thank you, thank you, William. We'll be talking about can you describe it today. How do we describe things? You need to use your 5 senses to describe something. Well, that's okay. If you weren't here yesterday, that's why we were here. That's why we're doing this again today, because not everybody can watch. So using your 5 senses to describe something. And tell us again, what are the 5 senses, please? Gdansk. Hi, Daniel. So this will be a similar lesson from yesterday. 5 senses. Sight. Very good. Yes, that's right. That's one. We can see things with our sight. That's one sense. We can use our eyes to see things. What else can we use? Smell, that's right. We use our noses to smell something. So we have sight, have our eyes, our nose, hearing, right? Our ears, that's three things. Eyes, nose, and ears. Touch, that's right. We can use our skin to touch things. And the last one? Here we have eyes. There we go. Taste. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, work in Finland. Welcome. There we go. That's right, Edwig. Smell, touch, taste are three of them, and I use my hands to touch. That's right, Omar. Good. And smell, Grigorga. Thank you. These are very good. So when we describe something, oh, Hank, thank you for the basketballs, Hulnara. Thank you very much for the basketballs. We do have a goal today. We're going to try to get 1,000 basketballs if we can. Thank you very much for the basketballs. We appreciate that so much. So we'll start with talking about how to describe things if it's something you can see. First of all, can you see it? Most things we can describe, we can see. So we'll answer the question, what does it look like? What does it look like? Think about something you might describe, and what does it look like? How can you describe it using your eyes? Edwig, can you smell the fragrance of these flowers? That's right. Using your nose, you can find out if it's something you can smell. And the flowers usually have some smell. That's good. I like to see you by using eyes. Yes, we use our eyes to see things, see people, and see many things, I think. I can see my car. Very good. Oh, thank you, Ode, for the roses. Thank you very much. So, can you see it? Can you touch it? What does it feel like? We might ask the question, what does it feel like if it's something we can touch? Oh, this is a good one, Edwig. I can see the sunset from my kitchen windows every day. And Erie245 says, I can touch an apple. That's right. And what does it feel like, you think? I guess I like to feel my husband. Is that what you're saying, Omar? I can see the sky with my eyes. That's right. So what does it look like? What does it feel like? And is it something you can hear? Can you hear it? What does it sound like? Does it make a sound? Some things maybe make a sound. We could describe it by what sound it makes. That's right, music. We can describe music because it makes a sound, and we can use our ears to help us with that. Good, Yanachka. Yeah, music is very popular too, I think, right? It sounds like shouting. That would be a good description. If you hear a sound from something, you could describe it that way. Or a child's cry, birds singing. That's right. What happened? I can hear shouting. That's right. You might hear something like that. And that would be a way you could describe it using your ears. I like the sound of birds. Yeah, birds are pleasant. That's a good sound, I think. Hi, Bahez. Welcome. And Edwig says, can you hear the sound of my heart beating? Right, that would be a good sound to hear. And we could use our nose, right? Can you smell it? And we want to know, what does it smell like? If we can describe it. If something has some kind of smell, we might use our nose to help describe what it's like. Oh, I open the window and hear the street sounds. Good one, Yanachka. And Ole, it smells like chocolate. Right, if you see something, you might smell it. Ah, it smells like chocolate. That's a good description. Hello, Moni from Germany. Welcome. And then the last of our 5 senses, we can use our mouth. Is it something you can taste? I smell flower. The cherry blossoms smell like honey sometimes. That's right. Yeah, and what is that bad smell? I can't bear it. It might be a bad smell. I like the smell of gasoline. Oh, okay. So that might be a good smell for you, right? Using our mouth, we can ask the question, what does it taste like? What does it taste like? If it has a taste, if it's something we should taste, maybe you shouldn't, right? Oh, thank you, 3Z. Thank you, 3Z, for the roses. We appreciate that very much. Thank you. And Omar, I test taste of coffee. Okay, you test the taste of a coffee maybe. It tastes so sweet. The dish tastes nice. All good? Drinking some tea, right? Ah, the tea tastes good. Hi, user 1666. Welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you, 3Z. Hello, Fatuzo, I think. Some things, maybe we can buy things, which might be another way to describe something about them. Hi, Christian. Welcome, welcome. Can you buy it? Is it something you can buy? We can describe things by how much does it cost? Or what is the price? Hello, Canal. Welcome. Oh, organic dried apricots taste like caramel. That's a good way to describe it by taste, too. So we can think of something that we might describe, excuse me, and we might be able to describe it about how much it costs. Just like this, Oliav says, it's so expensive. It's so expensive. It costs so much money. Hello, Bahez. What would you like to hear again? Hello, user from Latvia. It is so sour because it is salty. Okay. My Ferrari costs a lot. That's right, Gregor. You could describe your Ferrari that way. It costs a lot. That's one way to describe it. One piece of the description. Now, when we describe something, of course, there are so many things that we might need to describe. We might ask the question, can it do something? Does it have a function? So let's think about a car, for example. Can it do something? Does it have a function? Ferrari is so expensive because it's a luxurious car. And now fuel costs more than the Ferrari. You know, that might be true sometime, right? It is $2. That's right. You could describe something that way by saying it is $2. And if it can do something, we might ask, what does it do? And what is it for? Like a car, what does it do? What is it for? How would we describe that? A car, for example, what does it do? And I bought a Ferrari because I have too much money. Wow. Well, that sounds very lucky, Gregor. If you have too much money. But think about a car, what does it do? And what is it for? And fighter jets are very fast. That's true. What do they do? Think of something like that. What is it for? What do they do? Like a car, what does it do and what is it for? Machines generate electricity, maybe. Yes, you can drive using a car to many places. I use my car to take myself to work. That's right. You can use your car to travel or to go to another place if it's more convenient than walking, right? Sometimes. And I haven't bought a Ferrari because I don't have much money. That's That's possible for many people, I think. Many people probably have not bought a Ferrari because they don't have the money. Or maybe they just don't want a Ferrari, right? We can use the bus to visit a city. That's right. Thank you, Edwig. The car is a waste of money. Now that may be true for some people. So we can describe things based on what do they do and what are they for. Now, let's think back about things that we can see. And if we describe things that we can see, there are many ways we can describe those. One way being the size. We can describe the size of something. Oh yeah, if gasoline costs more than electricity, maybe a Tesla is better. I can see you, that's right. And factories produce products. That's right, you could describe a factory that way because that's what it does. What does a factory do? It produces products. I use my fridge to keep my meal fresh. Right, that's a good example too, Yanachka, thank you. I would like to learn English. Well, welcome, Fatuz. Thank you very much for coming here. And let's see, sunglasses are good for protecting our eyes from the sun. That's right, that's what does it do? Very good. All good answers. And if we talk about the size of things, we can ask, well, is it little? Is it big? Little or big? Maybe so-so? I'm thinking of something and it is big. It can carry us from home to the supermarket and then bring us and our food from the supermarket back home. It has 4 wheels. Yes, and we use aircraft for fast transportation. So an aircraft we could also describe as being little or big. Oh, Optis, I'm sorry you're unable to hear us well. Okay, I understand. Sometimes these things happen. Something can be little or big. A liner is really very big. Yeah, I agree, Edwig. It could be long or short. Some words we might use to describe things that we can see. The biggest aircraft is, let's see, a 225 Dream from Ukraine. Really, I did not know that. I have short hair and a big beard. Those are good descriptions. Good ones, Canal. Some more words about the size of something. Is it narrow? Is it wide? Her hair is longer than mine. Right, you can compare it to something to describe it. Very good. Narrow or wide? It's very narrow or very wide. Oh, thank you, 3Z. Thank you for the roses. Oh, yeah, Edwig, the neck of a giraffe is very long. That's right, very long. There are many narrow streets in Italy. Good one, Olav. I live on a narrow street, says Canal. Very good. This is a wide way. Please explain narrow and wide. Okay, narrow. Something's very narrow. The space between my hands. Very narrow, narrow. Now it's wide. So narrow and wide. Narrow and wide. I hope that helps a little bit. Wide is a little bit like large. It's just a bigger space between some things, or the distance from one side to another. Like even your body, you could talk about it. This way I look very narrow, right? Not too far. This way I look wider, a little more wide this way. That's right, Optis. This is a narrow street. You might live on a very narrow street. A wide turn. You can, yes. If you're in a car, you might make a very, we would call that a sharp turn, but if it's a big turn, like you go a long way, make a very, very wide turn. That's a good example, Yanachka. Thank you for that. We can use wide that way as well. And I'd just like to remind everybody, if you are enjoying your time with me today, thank you so much. And try hitting that like if you would. And if you are not already, consider following us so that when we do go live, you'll be able to get a notification when we're on again, and we can communicate some more. Oh, thank you, 3Z, for the roses. We appreciate those very, very much. Other ways to describe the size. Let's see, some streets in my city are very narrow. I think that's true for many cities too. I agree. Some of the streets are very narrow, but then there are some that are very wide. This is a narrow street or road. Good one, Optis. Other ways we can describe the size, we can use measurements, like the height or the width, or the depth. How deep is it? So we might ask how high, how wide, and how deep. Like a box. How high, how wide, and how deep. When aircraft has, okay, maybe when an aircraft has trouble with its engine, it will make wide turns, maybe is what that is supposed to be, I think. But you're right, if there is some kind of problem, and how high can I jump? You could describe your jump that way, using height. If I watch you jump, I might say, whoa, Canal just jumped about 6 feet or something, right? So we can use the measurements to describe something. Like our box here. We can see that it is so high, so wide, and then so deep, see, this way. So it has those 3 measurements for the box. I am afraid to swim in the ocean because it's very deep. I can understand that. And show vocabularies again to use with sentences. Which vocabularies? Was it for size, Optis? Is that what you were looking for? Like our little and big? Deep water, yes. Long or short? Narrow or wide? Thank you, 3Z. Thank you for the roses. And then size measurements, height, width, and depth. How high is it? How wide is it? How deep is it? My sister has long hair. That would be a good description, yes. For things that we can see, we could also talk about their shape. For example, is it square or round? Thank you, 3Z, for the mic. Hello, hello, hello. How deep is this pit? Yes, that would be something you'd want to know about a pit, wouldn't it, Canal? That's good. My wife is short, says Optis. Oh, thank you. Ooh. All right, thank you for the hat. We love those. That's funny. So when we describe things that we can see, we might talk about their shape. For example, is it square? Is it round? Is it rectangular? Is it oblong? Or is it just irregular? My makeup has irregular shape. Okay, that would be a good description. This is a round table. And I'm just drawing something here. I'm going to try to describe something else here. I have a square table, right. So these are the shapes I'm talking about, where this would be a square, of course. This would be a rectangle. This would be a circle or round, something round. And this is what I mean by oblong. Oblong. It's round, but it's not like a ball round. It's kind of a long, stretched out circle. This is a square whiteboard. Right. If you have a square whiteboard, that would be a good way to describe it too. And irregular could be anything. It might not have a shape. I love the shape of Victorian furnitures because they are not square. Yeah, that looks more interesting that way, perhaps. The picture is a circle. My TV is rectangular. These are all good ways we would use the shapes to help describe something. The swimming pool has an oblong shape. Some other ways we can describe what we see. Is it flat? Is it bumpy? Is it thick? Or is it thin? So flat might be like this paper, right? Looks like it's flat. Bumpy. Oh, yeah, it looks like there's a bump on this one. My back is flat. And let's see. Yeah, my pen is thin. That's right, the paper is flat. My phone is thin. But maybe, let's see. This box looks like it's a little thick. It could be thick, like a book, a big book this wide. Might be a thick book. The earth is not flat. My mobile is also flat. That's good. Yeah, those are good ways to describe things. But that's a good point, Canal. You can say it's not something, you know. It's not flat, it's not bumpy, it's not thick, it's not thin. Same with our other size words. It's not little, not big. Many ways to help describe something, aren't there? Let's see, and we can also talk about it's not a big deal. That's right. You could use not that way to describe whether it's a big deal or not. I have a big house. Can you describe a house using other words? We can say it's big. What else can you say about a house? You know, wide it is, how long, how tall, or how high? Think just for a moment other ways we could describe a house. How might you describe a house to someone who doesn't know? Hello, Malik. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Fado. Welcome. Thank you. I'm doing well. How about yourself? There we go. Good audible. There are 4 bedrooms in this house. I lose my articles. I'm not sure I understand, Yanachka, what you have lost. Do you mean you lost some of your things, maybe? Oh, good, Fado. I'm glad you're feeling well. You're doing pretty good anyways. Hello, hello, Kristen. I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for joining. How are you? We're talking about how to describe things today. If you saw us yesterday, you're seeing the same thing again because we're talking about the same thing as we did yesterday. It's more of a review for people who saw us yesterday. Not bad. Well, good. I'm glad you're not feeling bad. Oh, forgot. Oh, I understand, Yanachka. Right, you forgot to put a and that's okay. Yeah, I understand what you mean, but you're right. We need to remember those small things in English, don't we? Sometimes I forget too. So you're not the only one. Oh, well, thank you, Fado. Thank you very much for that. I hope you have a good time today. And if you would, you could follow us. And next time we go live, you'll get a notification. You'll be told when we go live as well. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please like our live stream too. We really appreciate it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kristen. Yeah, that cannot be very fun, I'm sure. In other ways we can talk about things, descriptions. We could talk about the capacity. Like, is it a container? Can it hold something? Like my cup. Yeah, it can hold something. It can hold water. It can hold tea. It can hold coffee. It can hold many things, right? I can drink from it. It's round. It's about, I don't know, 4 inches high. It has an oblong handle for shape. The cup can hold soda too, that's right. Maybe I want to drink soda sometime. Good, Canal. What other kinds of containers can you think of? What else is a container? We know cups. Those are easy to think about. My kettle can hold 2 liters of water. Yeah, that's a big kettle. Holds a lot of water. I'm thinking about that Ferrari, that car somebody mentioned earlier. Does it have a capacity? Is it a container? Can it hold something? Ah, good, Canal. Refrigerator is also a container. How would you describe it? A very big vintage kettle. Nice. Very nice, Edwig. Kay Antonova. Hello, welcome. We're glad you're here. Oh, yes, Fado, I'm sorry. What we're talking about today is how to describe things in English. You know, can you describe it? And we're talking about the different ways you can describe things using your eyes, nose, mouth for taste, right? Your ears and touch, the 5 senses. How can you describe something? My head contains my mind. That's good. When we use to be going and will, we might not use those for descriptions. The trunk of the car is a container. That's good, Canal. My pleasure, Fado. So talking about descriptions today, we could even say that car can hold people. You mentioned the trunk. We can put things into the trunk of the car. It carries people or holds people while they go from one place to another. And maybe you need to put gasoline in the gas tank, which is a container. My skull can hold my brain, fortunately. Well, that is very fortunate, I think. Oh, thank you, Canal. Thank you for joining us. I hope you'll find us again some other day then. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. We use the cars to lift the people and goods. Yeah, maybe we carry people and other things in the cars. My sofa is holding me when I sleep. Okay. So your sofa is a container because it holds you, right? Now some containers, like my cup, we can describe, is it full or empty? Let's see. Let me take a look here and see what I've got. It's not full, and it's not empty. It has a little bit of tea. I saw somebody mention their refrigerator. It can hold food, right? A tad. Yeah, that would mean just a little bit, wouldn't it, Fado? Good one. My bed can hold 4 people because it's very large. That's a good description. I'm full with this meal. That's right, yeah. My stomach. My stomach is full. All very good. Thank you all so much for that. And other things we can see. What else can we see to help us describe something? Oh, good one, Vika. My bag is empty. That's a good way to describe the capacity of your bag. We can also talk about the color. Is it a single color? Or maybe different colors? Maybe many colors? So I have a cup. It's a green cup, about 4 inches tall. It's round. It has an oblong handle on it. And right now, it's almost empty. And it has tea in it. It's a container. It contains tea right now. There's some good colors. My shirt is red, black, and white. That sounds like the shirt I wore yesterday, maybe. I love green. Yeah, Carrie. Yeah, thank you for the green hearts to show us you like the green. My locker is full. That's good, Fado. So good. I'm happy that you're thinking about many different ways to think about describing something. We could talk about, is something transparent? Does it have transparency? Is it clear, like a window or glass? Or is it opaque? We cannot see through it. Maybe it doesn't have a real color, right? But we can't see through it. My t-shirt is colorful. I don't understand single color. Oh, just like one color. For example, this paper. Only one color. White. This paper is white. It has one color. But maybe, let's see, oh, here we go. Yeah, my pen is more than one color. It's black and it's white. So single just means one. Hello, Valva. I'm fine. How are you today? But transparency, is it clear? Is it opaque? That might be one way we could talk about it. Oh, you're fine. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Valva. My favorite color is baby pink. Oh, okay, Yanachka. That's good. I think that's a popular color. Oh, thank you so much, Volva. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. We love the roses very much. We're trying to get some basketballs too today. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate that. We can also talk about the attractiveness of something. Does it look good or it doesn't look good? Beautiful or ugly? Like, I don't know, my cup. Do you think the cup looks good? Oh, Edwig says, my sofa is light brown, little, very square, with thin cushions, and not comfortable. Wow, those are some very good descriptions. I think you have that down very well. Do you practice sports? Well, that's a good question. My favorite color is gray. Maybe you could describe a sport some way, some kind of sport that you see too. That would be interesting. So things that we can see, we can just decide, do we think it looks good or looks bad? If it's something we care about, do we care if it looks good or bad, right? So I might describe a painting, maybe. I practice tennis. Okay, well that's good. I could describe a painting. It's a square or a rectangle, maybe. And Yanachka says the weather is ugly today. Yeah, it's not good. That would be a good description. The painting, it has blue and green and brown in it. It looks beautiful. And I could describe what kind of picture is in the painting. You know, oh, it's a picture of a house with a forest around it, perhaps. I'm painting my house with a black color. Very good description. Yeah, that would be something else we could say about the house. Describing what you're doing, right? Oh, Valva, I'm not sure I know that painting. Maybe I've seen it and I don't know the name of it, perhaps. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody liking our live stream here. We appreciate that. And please, if you're enjoying your time with me, please consider following. And next time we go on live stream, you'll get a notification. Oh, thank you for the roses, Volva. We appreciate that very much. If you really like us, you could subscribe too. And we'll be doing more lessons in the future as well. And Yanachka says, I have a small house with big windows. And Volva gave us some fire. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. This is a heavy bag. There you go. Yeah, talking about weight. Is it heavy or light? Good one, Aptis. I painted the furniture in my house white. And vulva is, I think, little and short. Oh, light and short. Oh, okay. Yeah, so not heavy, short. Those would be good descriptions. There we go. Now I think it's empty. It was a heavy box. Light. Ah, okay. Well, light has more than one meaning, but when we talk about weight, light means it's not heavy. It's the opposite of heavy, light. I was drinking tea, Vulva. I made some tea before we had our live stream. Let's see. Yeah, so light. Yeah, light just means not heavy. It's easy to pick up. I can pick it up. I can carry it very easily because it's light. If it's heavy, oh, maybe it will be very hard, very difficult. But of course, light can also mean the opposite of dark, right? If a light, I mean, you know what a light is, like the sun. We can also move on to, oh, thank you, Dark Prince. Thank you for the roses. Very nice of you. We appreciate that. Thank you, Vulva, for joining us. I hope you have a good night then. I hope you'll join us again sometime. HMDD, hi, I'm fine. I hope you're doing well too. The weight of an anvil is too heavy to lift. That's right, Edwig. Round pizza does have triangles in it if you cut it that way, right? Oh, thank you, HMDD. You're very kind to say that. We've been talking about how to describe things, and we've spent a lot of time on how to describe things we can see, and we can also describe how does it feel using our touch. Thank you, Dark Princess. Thank you. So using my cup again, maybe. Let's see, how does it feel? What words might we use to describe how something feels when we touch it? My cat is very soft. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. The way a cat feels. I can't take this backpack because it is too heavy. That's right. That would be a good description. Cold, right. Does it feel cold? Thank you, amazing. Thank you for that. Oh, thank you, HMDD. Well, I hope you are accepted. I hope your application works. That would be great. And thank you for the comment. You're very kind to say these things. So yeah, cold or temperature could be one way. Is it hard or soft? Let's see. That feels hard to me. Smooth or rough? Let's see here. Feels smooth to me. I think it's smooth. And there's our temperature. Amazing told us it feels cold. That could be one thing. Hot, warm, cool, cold. Different kinds of temperature, right? And let's see, my cup feels a little cool now that it's empty. Foggy. Yeah, something could look foggy. Or maybe you feel the fog, you know, the water from the fog or something. Can you think of any other things about touch that we could use to describe something? How does it feel? My boyfriend has a cooling shower gel. Okay, so the shower gel feels cool when you use it, I think, right? And you know what sandpaper is? What is sandpaper? Maybe you could translate or look it up so you understand the meaning of sandpaper. Sandpaper. Yeah, what is it? That's a good question. See, you could search, find out what sandpaper is. Does anybody know what sandpaper is? Or can tell me, how does it feel? Feels sharp? Is it smooth or rough? Yeah, of course, Opties, please. Everybody can say. If I ask a question, everybody can answer. Anybody can answer. Sandpaper feel smooth or rough, do you think? Yes, Optis, you can say. Rough. Yanachka says rough. So yeah, when we're trying to describe something, those sorts of sandpaper in particular is something that I think feels rough too. And it also has a purpose or a function. Remember, what does it do and what is it for? So if you know sandpaper, then maybe you'll understand what it's for. The shell of an egg is smooth and soft. That's true. So sandpaper is rough. It's a piece of paper that has sand, maybe glued to it in some way, like very, very small stones or rocks or sand on it. And maybe you use sandpaper with a piece of wood or something, and you can make it smooth, make it smoother. If the wood is very rough, you can use the sandpaper to make it smooth. Oh, okay, Optis, you have a question. Which kind of teacher are you, or what kind of teacher are you? You could say either one. I think both is okay. If you're talking about, you're not sure if I'm an English teacher or I don't know, a music teacher, you could ask me, well, which kind of teacher are you? Now, if you don't know, and there are many kinds of teachers, you could ask me, what kind of teacher are you? And then I would tell you, oh, I am an English teacher. But if you weren't sure, maybe you said, I think maybe you're a music teacher, maybe you're an English teacher. Which kind of teacher are you? And I'd say, oh, I am an English teacher. I hope that helps a little bit, Optis. The skin of my stepdad is very rough. Oh, really? Maybe the face, right? They need to shave a little bit, like I do sometimes. Can feel rough, right? But yeah, these are all good ways we could use touch to describe something. Let's think about sounds. Sounds now, right? To describe something, what does it sound like? My skin is soft like a baby. That would be a good description. Sound, noisy, loud, quiet, or maybe silent. What does it sound like? Think of something and see if you can describe what does it sound like. The dishwasher is silent. That's a good description, Dina. Is it always silent? Maybe there's a time when it's not silent. I don't know. Maybe yours is always silent. The city center where I live is very noisy. That's a good description too. Good evening, Kalilo. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Our dishwasher is super silent. Oh, that's great. That's nice. You can wash the dishes and don't have to worry about the sound then. I like that. Yeah, Vika says, I like the laughing sound. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. It was loud like at a nightclub. Very good. Greetings from London. Kalilo, welcome. We're happy to have you here. The sound of laughter. It sounds like laughter, or it sounds like, let's see, what other things can sound like something? Sounds like a bird singing. I love the silence of a church inside. Yeah, that can be a very comfortable feeling, isn't it? And a comfortable sound. Just having the silence, I think. Oh, a crying baby is very noisy. They certainly can be, can't they? They can be noisy. Hey, Wazir. I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. If you're enjoying your time with us, please consider tapping that like for us. And if you'd like to know when we go live again, please follow us. We'll be happy to make sure a notification is sent to you the next time we go live as well. If you really, really like us, then also subscribe. You can subscribe to our channel also. Hey, Papa, it's going well here. How are you doing? Welcome. We're happy to have you here. Please reduce the music volume. It's too loud. That would be a good description for the music, too, if it's too loud. Hello, Mikoa. Hello. Oh, thank you, Kalilo. I appreciate the comment. Hey there, Gustav. Yeah, where is everybody from? Oh, I'm glad you're doing well, Papa. The sound of church bells can be unpleasant sometimes. They do sound like they can be unpleasant. I think I know what you mean too. I've heard some that sound that way. Oh, thank you, Gustav. It's good to see you too. And Wazir. Oh, thank you very much for the Choco. Oh, Choco strawberries. Choco strawberries. Thank you, Gustav. Very nice. So yeah, there would be many different ways we can describe the sound of something. So we've talked a little bit about what we can see, touch, hear, how we would describe things. Dina asked, teacher, when are you live again? The best way to find out is just to follow us, and the next time we go live, we don't do this every day, but if you follow us, then you'll get a notification. So far, we have been going live about the same time every time we go live. Maybe we can talk a little bit about describing things with our nose, right? Smell. Is it a good smell? Is it a bad smell? Maybe it has no smell. And my name is Legend. It's nice to meet everybody. I'm interested to see where everybody's from too. If you want to put that in your comments, if you feel comfortable telling us, that's okay. You don't have to. A good smell here? Oh, good. I'm glad. I hope it smells good. My boyfriend has a bad smell after workout. There we go. Thank you, Optis. I appreciate the comment. Wazir, yes. Where am I from? I'm from America. I live in the USA. So some things can have a smell, like I was drinking tea. The tea smells good. I smell a little bit of lemon, maybe a little bit of honey. So we can use smell. When I use the perfume, I have a good smell. And this perfume smells good. That's right, those would be very good descriptions. And you might see we're going for some basketballs. Yeah, we would like to get some basketballs. If you like spending your time with us, we appreciate that. And Opti says it is a bad smell. Yeah, you could describe something that way. What are some things that have a good smell? We saw perfume was one thing. Anything else you can think of that has a good smell? The cookie smells in your childhood. Roses, of course. Yeah, those are good smells. If you're like me, some of these smells bring back a memory or makes you think of some things from your past. And Yanachka mentioned the smells in her childhood. So see, the cookie smells can help you think of a time many years ago, maybe. Thank you, Optis. That's very kind of you to say that. I think it's good that we can just communicate like this. Maybe it will help us a little bit. I hope I'm helping you a little bit too. Well, speaking of cookies, of course, Yanachka mentioned the smell of cookies. Thank you, amazing. Vinegar smells good. You like vinegar? But cookies also have a taste, right? So we can describe things based on their taste. I was talking about my tea. I smelled some lemon and honey. Let's see. Oh, it even tastes a little bit like lemon and honey too. Maybe only the tea might taste a little bitter, right? Maybe not salty, not sweet, a little bitter. Or we can just say whether it, in general, how does it taste? It tastes good, it tastes bad. Maybe it does not have a taste, but be careful because maybe you should not taste it, right? Like gasoline in your car. Oh yeah, you should not taste that, I think, right? Pickles are very sour. That's right. Some of them are. Actually, there are different kinds of pickles. But yeah, I know many pickles are very sour. Honey does smell wonderful, and water has no taste. All good descriptions, yeah. And speaking of pickles, you should try to find a sweet pickle. Those are pretty good, I think. And the lemon is sour. That's right. You could describe the lemon that way because it tastes sour. So see, many ways to describe things. You could look at that lemon. It's a yellow, oblong, round, with maybe a rough skin. The outside feels a little rough. It's about, I don't know, maybe 3 inches long, about 2 inches wide maybe. It tastes sour. Many ways to describe something. My coffee is bitter. Sweet pickle is so good, yes. Yeah, I prefer the big sweet pickles. But you know, those sour pickles can be really, really good on like a sandwich, I think, too. And we did talk a little bit earlier about describing something with the price, right? How much does it cost? Is it expensive? Is it cheap? And I think you've already told me, yeah, the car is expensive. Oh, I prefer the sweet flavor. Prefer sweet than sour, I think, right? If I understand that correctly. What about the pickles? Are pickles cheap or are they expensive? What do you think? Pickles. Oh, here's a question. Do you eat square or triangle sandwich? I usually eat the square. I don't usually cut it to make triangle. Cheaper. Yeah, pickles can be cheap. Oh, Optis, please, you don't need to wait for us. We may be going for just a little while longer, but if you're sleepy, please go and sleep. Your health is more important, okay? But we certainly are happy that you came to visit us today. So yeah, I don't know. Does anybody know of any expensive pickles? Oh, meat is very expensive. That's a good thought. Sarka, I think. Yeah, meat can be very expensive. Vegetables are expensive in France currently. Oh, wow. Yeah, that could make it hard to buy things if they get too expensive, I think. Also, let's see. Let me drink some water real quick here. I can't forget that, can I? Oh, yeah, let's see, Dana. The food is more expensive than last time, maybe. Yeah, it could be getting more and more expensive. Some things could be. I hope everything's not getting more and more expensive. When we describe things, we could see it and decide, is it something that moves? Does it move? Oh yeah, how much is yogurt? Or what is the price of yogurt? Hi, Paulo. Welcome. Thank you for coming and visiting us today. I have very nice pickles from my grandmother. Oh, that's great. It's nice when your family can give you nice things like that. Hello, Nazdar. Yes, I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing? 69 cents or centa. Pickles. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it's a food. $5 to $6 for 1 kilo of red peppers. Wow. Oh, cents. Okay. What is a pickle? That's a good question. We could describe what a pickle is. How can we describe a pickle? Everybody who knows what a pickle is, how can we describe one? How big is a pickle? Maybe there are different kinds of pickles, right? But if we make a pickle, a chain of American-style fast food burger joints. I'd never heard of that, to be honest with you, but it is a type of food. Maybe there is a restaurant called Pickles, but I haven't heard of it. So, yeah, pickle is a type of food. They're usually made from cucumbers, I believe, right? Unless you can also make pickles from other things, but I see people make pickles often from cucumbers. So they're green, long and round, and you can cut them up. You can make them sweet, you can make them sour. A lot of colors. Okay, gotcha. I am not an expert. But we can talk about describing things, if it moves or not. Oh, hi, Nazdar. I'm from America. I live in the USA. We were talking about cars earlier. And I think they move, so that would be something we could talk about as far as describing something. Like the speed. If it moves, does it move fast or slow? Nice to meet you too, Nazdar. Thank you for the comment. Thank you, everybody. If you're enjoying your time with me, please like our live stream. And if you would follow us as well, then next time we go live, you'll know. And you can join us for our next live stream too. A car does move. Yes, that's right. Is it fast or slow? It can be both, I think. right? It can stop. What about some other machines? Can you think of some other machines that move? Well, a rabbit, it's very fast. See, yeah, see, it doesn't have to be a machine, does it? That's very good. Very good, Sarka. A bus moves fast, sometimes. A train, yeah, train can move fast or slow, really. Some things move, anything that moves usually can move slowly. Well, these are some very good descriptions, yeah. A tortoise moves slowly. That's right, amazing. Thank you, Yanachka. I hope you have a good night then. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again later. Well, let's try describing some other things. What do we have here? Some birds move fast. The cheetah can run very fast. How do you describe this tomato? There you go. It's red. Okay, what else can we say? It's soft. Yeah, it feels a little soft. It's a long tomato. You're right. It's not very round, is it? It's a long tomato. It's red. It feels a little bit soft, I think. There you go. Very good. These are good descriptions. And of course, you can't tell from there, but I'm holding it and, ooh, it's cold. It's cold. It's used for cooking. Right. What is it for? It's used for cooking. See, that's very good. And it is smooth. You're right. It looks very smooth and it feels very smooth. I can touch it for you so we know what it feels like. It's a little oblong. You're right. It does look a little oblong to me too. And it's used for cooking. Those are very good descriptions. That would be a good way to describe this tomato to somebody. You never know. Maybe somebody doesn't know what the tomato is, and you could describe it. If you don't know the word, if you don't know if you don't know the word tomato, you could use the description to explain or describe what the tomato is. And then someone could listen and say, oh, let's see, it's red, a little bit oblong, it feels smooth, it's used for cooking. Oh, you mean a tomato, maybe. right? So if you don't know the word for something, you can describe it if you know it in your language, but you don't know how to say it in English. At least you can describe it, and then whoever is listening to you can understand your description and then help you understand the name for it, maybe. So that's a good use for the descriptions. Maybe the taste is a little sweet. Yeah, you might want to describe the taste. That would help describe the tomato too, wouldn't it? Use for tomato paste. Yeah, you can cut it up and make tomato paste out of it. It is sour. Maybe they do taste sour sometimes, I think. It depends on how your mouth tastes it, right? And what about one of these? How would you describe this? It is orange. Yep, that's the color. What else can we say about this? Yes, it has a rough skin. Maybe you can't touch it yourself here, but you already know that it has a rough skin. And we can see that a little bit if we look at the picture. It does look rough too, I think. You don't know its name in English. Okay, well, see, we can describe it. It looks round like a watermelon, but it's smaller than a watermelon. It's not very big. It's round. And how does it taste? Tastes a little sweet to me, I think, if I open it. It is soft, yeah. See, I can squeeze it. Squeeze. It's orange and maybe sour to eat. Yeah, some are sour. Some have a little bit of sweetness. They're sweet a little bit sometimes. Sometimes it's sour, sometimes it's sweet. But yeah, someone said they don't know the English name for it. But yeah, the English name is orange. This is an orange. It has a delicious taste. I think so too, Nazdar. It's sour and sweet. Yeah, that's the way they taste to me sometimes too, Vika. You taste them and it's a little sweet, but also a little bit sour. How to describe yourself. Yeah, see, that would be another way to describe something too. Describing yourself would be something else you could describe. Let's see, for an orange, what do you think? Does it have a good size or a bad size, do you think? Is it a good size or a bad size? Or don't really care? So-so, right? The shape, maybe we like the shape, maybe we don't like the shape. It's normal size, yeah. It's like, no, I understand, that's right. Not good. Oh, okay. Why do you think it's not good? The shape is a circle. Because we might want to explain, why is it good or bad? Because I don't like the shape. Okay. And that's valid. That's exactly why you might describe it that way. Because it's important to think of a reason why you think something about the object is good or bad. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't like it. Then think of a reason. Why? Why do I not like it? Or even, why do I like it? All right. Well, let's do a quick review here. Let me show you my cup. I described my cup a few times. How would you describe my cup now? Can you describe my cup to me? If you had to describe my cup, how would you describe it? It's green color. It's a big cup. Yeah, look at it. It's almost as big as my face, right? What else can we learn about the cup? The cup is soft. I don't think it's soft. Maybe smooth, if you mean smooth. It's big and green, and it is empty. You're right, it is empty. It's a green, big, and smooth cup. Okay, that's good too. What about the handle? Can you remember this? Oh, thank you, Inglis. Thank you for stopping by again today. We appreciate it. Hope you have a great day too. It is a container, that's right. You can use it for drinking, maybe heavy. A little bit, maybe, yeah. Very good, Scala. Hi, Soma, welcome, welcome. What about this part of the mug or the cup? Tell me a little bit about this. It's light. It could be light, yeah. We call this the handle, but how can you describe this part of the cup? Right, the handle. How can you describe it? What does it look like? What does it look like? Like an ear. Okay. And what does my ear look like? Huh? Like an ear. The cup, but it's big and it's really good size for me because I drink a lot of tea. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I like the big cups too. And that's what I had in it, was a lot of tea. Do you remember our shapes? We talked about square, rectangular, round, And this was more oblong. That's right. Very good. The cup may be oval shaped. That's right. Well, the handle certainly is. The cup is more round, I think, but you're right. This could be oval shape or oblong. All right, everybody. That's all I have for today, really. I want to thank everybody so much, so much for coming and joining our live stream today. And next time we go live, if you're following us, you'll see that we're going live, and you can join us again in the future. And I hope you will. But thank you everybody for joining us, and I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be. And we usually go live at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time in the U.S. on the days we go live. We'll have to see which days we go live, but just follow us, and thank you so much. Thank you, OOO. Thank you, OOO. TGIF, yes, TGIF. And music too, thank you. Thank you, TGIF, everybody. And I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be in the world today. And follow us, and we hope we will see you here again next time, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for that. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you for the gift. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Wow, this is great. Thank you, Gaspacio. Yeah, we're finishing for today, but please follow us and maybe subscribe, and you'll know when we go live again next time, because we're teaching English on live stream here. Thank you for TikTok. Thank you.